People who talk on speakerphone in public places. Why? I need my monthly downvotes, so since this is coming up again I'll be the one to ask. 1. How again is this different than just talking to the person next to you? 2. Why do you care about a whole conversation, and not the half conversations of people mumbling into the ether because they're on a call on their earbuds? 3. If I carried around a cardboard standee and put the phone on that, would you feel differently? 4. Why do you hate ubiquitous communication technology? This just happened to me in line at Burlington. The lady was on speakerphone through the whole store, but we were trapped in line at the checkout. The whole phone call was regarding someone's medical issues. She was just perusing socks while caseworker and medical people were talking about someone's medical issues and needs. It was so loud, everyone in line was looking at each other and her while she obliviously looked at socks. They want to be heard. Loud. They want to be heard. No one listens to them at home or life. They are hard of hearing. Physical. They are hard of hearing. Mental. Etc. So many reasons it could be, but in the end, just ignore it. It's not doing anything to anyone. It makes them feel good and not your issue. If you want quietness, don't go out in public places expecting quiet. I have a close friend that doesn't use a phone, but will call on Facebook video calls regularly. My choices in public are: ignore my friend whom I care about far more than randos at the store, park, wherever. Or, answer the video phone like humanity has been predicting in movies and TV shows for longer than I've been alive. No one gave Johnny Quest any shit because they think it's okay. And if confronted, here are the shitty things people do list of rationalizations: other people do it. The I'm not the worst person fallacy. It's no different than something similar, but way less annoying. The bad faith comparison fallacy. It's not a big deal, stop freaking out. The you're actually the asshole fallacy, because you can't feed that level of insecurity without drawing attention to yourself. You can't be self-important, if people don't know you're important. So when people do something in public to draw attention to themselves, now you know the answer. It's not about what you think, it's about what you're paying attention to. Come on. You know you wanted to know what the person was talking about on the other side of the line. No, I'm kidding. The part I still wonder about is why they put the speakerphone up super loud and then they speak super loud. Is this done to purposely piss people off, or are the two people very hard of hearing? I rarely do this, but when I do it's because I don't know what it's called, little ear speaker on my phone doesn't work, only the loudspeaker phone. Most of the time I pop a headphone in, but sometimes they aren't charged or I don't have them handy when someone calls. I'm sorry, crying face, because who cares? If it's not a private conversation and I'm simply calling my significant other from Walmart to get a feel for what she wants as a side for dinner, then I guess sucks to suck. If you tune into her replying with broccoli sounds good, your life must really be dull. Because I have bad hearing and putting it on speaker close to my ear is the only way I can actually follow along what the other person is saying. Especially with all the noise around. Although I usually try not to answer in closed spaces like the subway or inside a store, etc. That shit irritates my soul. Like why? No one needs to hear what you and Karen are talking about. It really gets me when they come into the gas station doing it. Then look at me like I'm crazy for talking to them. Well, my bad for trying to give you the service you came in for, rolling eyes face. 'Cause when no one can hear you, you don't have to hold your phone up to your ears. Speakerphone on or off, you are still talking loudly on the phone in public, and I find both are equally loud and obnoxious. Just take your phone call outside, then I don't care one way or the other. I used to do this because my iPhone 8's ear speaker malfunctioned and you couldn't hear anything out of it, but the regular outer speakers worked fine. But I only did that if I didn't feel like texting. I've gotten a newer phone since then, so I don't anymore. I used to do this because I had extreme hearing loss in one ear and mild in the other. Talking with the phone on the loudest volume setting wasn't loud enough. I had to put my phone on speakerphone and hold the speaker end up to my ear in order to talk. Thankfully this seems to be less common than it was pre-text era. When you see it today, it's mostly performative. Yeah, it totally sounds like you're cutting a serious big money deal here while you're looking at clearance cologne at Ross. Probably because they don't want any oils from their face getting on their phone or having bacteria from their phone getting on their face. Talking on the phone gives a lot of people severe acne no matter how much they clean it. I only did this at work so that my dad could hear that I was on the phone to my mom without telling me off for being on my phone while I was working. Other than that, I put my phone to my ear like a normal person. iPhone user manual recommends, 4 and you do not hold it up to your head. I use AirPods, but it is actually the manufacturer's suggested way to use the device. They are very special and important people. Their lives suck and this is the only way of getting attention. Their parents raised them poorly. They are narcissists. No fucks given. I do it sometimes because I can't hear the other person well otherwise. However, I try to get somewhere a bit private or to the side, unless I am waiting in a long line, to keep from disturbing others. The smaller ear speaker on my phone is broken. I gotta use AirPods or speakers, so if AirPods are dead, speaker it is. Not Buddha spend money to repair or buy a new phone over that simple of an issue. I'm going to save this post, and when I come across one of these asshats I'll first read the question and follow up with reading the comments. I'll do this super loud and see if they notice. LOL, smiley face. I once sat behind a lady having a conversation with the city, trying to figure out which of their outstanding parking tickets she could afford to pay. I'm glad I got to overhear that one. I do it because I am so important and I want everyone to hear about my stock options. Wait! I'm being told I don't have stock options. And also I don't know what stock options are. You are having a conversation with a person standing next to you out loud. What is the difference? I would also like to participate in other people being in my business. I always go with the fake phone call, put the phone up to my head, and then loudly declare, "Sorry, some asshole is using their speakerphone, so I gotta talk more loudly." This was me about an hour ago. Lol, I was on a video call before I went into the store and stayed on the phone as I went in. Does this bother people in public? Lack of self-awareness. My aunt will do this when she visits and is watching TV with my parents. Pisses my dad off like nothing else. Just leave the room. I'm hard of hearing and only the speakerphone gives me the volume I need. I am aware of my surroundings and don't usually use a phone in public. Whenever they're around me I start whistling really loud. Whistling can be so annoying. Almost as annoying as people on speakerphone in public. I don't know, but I love joining the conversations. Or making really loud noises right next to them. The ones on video call I jump in the picture. Disability. I can't lift my arms up to put the phone to my ear. If I need to call I'll try to find a quiet spot where I won't bother anyone. My phone's pretty old and all but one speaker is broken. I also forgot my headphones. Just waiting for the next Galaxy model to come out. Public service announcement: if your phone makes a noise at all in a public setting, other than maybe the ringtone, you are an asshole. My favorite are when people video chat in loud public places and they're wearing headphones but decide speakerphone is what they need, because they are thoughtless, inconsiderate twats who should have all forms of electronic communication confiscated for a month. I only do it at the grocery store on occasion. It's because the iPhone speakers are quite low, and it's hard to hear my grandpa. The only time I ever did this was because my phone's regular speaker stopped working and I couldn't afford a new phone yet. Though I know this one because they are self-absorbed assholes with no common sense or respect for anyone around them. I do it because my ear speaker is broken. So if I don't have my AirPods around, it's my only option to hear anything. Speaker. Phone speakers have a different frequency than a face-to-face conversation. They can be grating to a lot of people. And also these dumb shits have it on speaker but hold it right next to their face anyway. WTF are they doing? My phone is old and busted and it only works on speakerphone, but I try to find a quiet corner to talk. They want you to know they have friends, are important, and can talk down to people in public. Same reason that some people walk around with music blaring their self-important asshats. Same reason that some people walk around with music blaring their self-important asshats. Same reason that some people walk around with music blaring their self-important asshats. Same reason that some people walk around with music blaring their self-important asshats. Why not? Do you also get upset when two people are carrying on a conversation face to face? I can't afford earbuds nor repairs for my S10 phone. Not all are assholes, you know, because those people are the main fucking character. Keep to the background, extra. The same reason why people talking to each other. But nobody complains about that, cause they want us to join in on the conversation. That's what I do at least. Because these broke ass bitches can afford earbuds from a dollar store. FR, it's annoying. Don't nobody want to hear your conversation with your ex. Low self-esteem and the desire to be heard from a troubled place inside. My old phone's mic didn't work properly, so for a while I kinda had to. Because it's a vastly more comfortable way of holding the phone. Main character syndrome, at least that's what I figure. Because you need to know about that growth on my back.